Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so there'll be some white guy with a nice job over here. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. And then a black guy who has a PhD in biology or a PhD in some kind of field or biochemistry, and he's working at a Walmart tossing boxes in the back. And it's just like, oh well, yeah, he's a hard worker. So and they won't say it too. It's a very unspoken thing. But sometimes I think that there's this type of problem not only in the racial side of things, but also with people who are just different than the people who grew up around here. People who are outsiders as well. They're not going to get mistreated as much as a black person probably. Well, maybe they will. I don't know. But you try to get a nice job around here if you don't know somebody. You just don't know somebody. And it's ridiculous. I almost wish I could make some kind of claim to a social worker group or a government agency just to complain about the way that it is right here, because I think there needs to be changes around here. I don't know how you would start a political movement to do that though. But then who would take you seriously? I don't even know. But I mean, I've felt that way since I've been here myself. I've tried to get jobs or do things around here, and then I'll talk to people that I don't even know, and then they'll know things about me, or they've heard things about me, or they make like a lot of passive aggressive comments and whatnot. And I don't know if it's just against me or if I'm being paranoid, because I'm a little bit of a paranoid person. But sometimes there are just so many coincidences. It's like you'll go and you talk to one person, and then 2 months later you talk to somebody else, and they'll say something that is indicative of the fact that they've heard something about you, but you can't really prove it. But it's just really weird, and it happens a lot too. I went to I was in a community college over here, and I wrote a long paper about being how I was more logical than I was intuitive. I was more of a logical thinker. And then I walked into a classroom the next week, and the teacher was kind of like standing like at the front of the class like this. And then as soon as I walked in, and I was a couple minutes late too, all of a sudden she said, "Oh, I've prepared a test for you guys to test and see how logical of a thinker you are." It was a different class from another class that I was in, unrelated. And it was just such a weird thing. She said that too. I'm going to test this. This test is made to test to see how logical you are. After I wrote in a paper that I turned in a week before that I consider myself more of a logical person than intuitive, and that's why I have people problems at a psychology class. How the crap? It just seems like, is that me being paranoid? But there are other things like that too. They happen every now and then, where people just kind of talk behind your back and do weird stuff like that. In this area, it seems like there isn't really there isn't this thing where you keep your personal stuff out of the workplace. Like people get their personal stuff involved in every workplace they're in, every workplace situation. It's really annoying. I don't know. I guess I just complained and rambled in this video. Did I? I don't know. Maybe I need to make more positive videos or something. I guess it's just kind of negative. Huh? Well, anyways, there you go.